It's Ringle to get the first kill of the show match. But yeah, this underpass position is potentially quite risky as well. You could see they want to open it up, but there's a chance that Vilka could just try and close the door on them. Oh, she's just in the corner hiding, but they do jump out. Glock's ready to go, and it looks like the Legends team are actually fighting back a bit here. Bomb going to be planted. They are fairly boxed in at the moment, but the round is definitely still on. Get right, trying to get a bit of elevation up on the box here. Kaspersky getting close to it. He knows there's someone in the corner. Wants to swing straight for it, but he's missing the shots. The bullets are going nowhere, and Forrest and Get Right are fighting their way back instead. Wrinkle on his own. Just the USP and running out of time quickly. He's going to get another headshot. He's actually running for the ace at the start of it. He's so close, but Freiburg will take him down. It's a rare thing, isn't it, in modern day Counter-Strike for somebody to keep that kind of loyalty for a long time. There we go. Orbs in play. Freiburg wants to take that wide swing towards the A-bomb site, but just gets completely rocked instead. It's good to see Wrinkle. No surprise he's picking that up. Trade is in. Shush couldn't get away after getting the kill on Executor, so 3 versus 3 with Rez and Get Right. Very low on health here. And Vilga, that's a great spray down. Double kill to drop both Rez and Forrest, and she's not even really holding back. She wants to take up the next position here. Smoke right on top of Get Right. He almost has to commit to it, but Vilga with a headshot. What a sick triple. Incredibly aggressive. Not sure I'm loving the spray down there. Freiburg is going to punish it. That was so many bullets missed out, but Vilga, I think halfway through the smoke, she finds Freiburg. Kaspersky's here. That looked like a dead-on headshot onto Rez, but somehow the Galil is a bit quicker and actually defeats him. 2 versus 2 now. 1 minute and 20 seconds. And Rez trying to find an opening here. Let's see what Shush and Vilka can actually do to get the modern day NI team being back in action. It's going to be Vilka again. She's kind of getting warmed up now.
Yeah, I can see she's very comfortable and confident on this A side. Obviously, has played the map a lot in her long career. To spot the final player. Information will be called across. Smoke also placed down, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. And Rez decides to push through the Molotov and the smoke. Gets the kill, but Shush figures. There's not much pause for thought. It's just all systems go. Vilga hiding in the smoke here, perfectly playing it. He's looking to try and backstab. He's going to get that opportunity as a spray comes through, but it's just the 1 kill.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea, though. They threw up the smoke themselves, and then she has to hide inside of it. It still caused a bit of a chaos here. Kaspersky's got a couple of kills flanking from the back, finding himself in an unwinnable position, trying to get that instant 180 spray down, but yeah.
I'll see more of an entry frag component.
Yeah, one of the more difficult roles to really shine in entry fragging, because you know, you just need to create some space and all the rest of it. Safety Flaren as well. It's one of those players that, I mean, it makes sense when you're playing next to legend names like Get Right and Forrest that it's going to be hard to steal the headlines a lot of the time. All right, that's a headshot. But Fifaren's contribution, I would say, to the tactical side of the game, this is something that people maybe don't think about too much, because there's no way that
3-0 down, out to a 5-3 lead. And although the Legends getting up close and do get a 1-for-1 trade, that smoke is going to block them out. Big spray from Kaspersky, and he will deal with Forrest, who pushes through. Pop flash, Kaspersky's up for the call, gets another one, and puts it into a 3-on-2 in favor of Nip.
Yeah, he's so comfortable, Kaspersky. He knew instead of reloading, he's going to pick up the gun, and they are going to come running through because they thought he was reloading on the other side. Missed shot from Wrinkle, unfortunately. Could have been a bit of an opportunity there. Aim to take down Freiburg. It's a very nice shot. Vilga, though, she wanted to be aggressive on the other side of the map, and unfortunately, it was too much. Now running through the middle, Rez, making all the footsteps. The fact that she's in such a forward position, I think she's walking up behind him even as we speak. This is great play. Wrinkle's going to get the kill, but look at Aim. She would have been right behind him anyway. Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't even think about that. But they are missing that role. We'll see if it comes back to haunt them. Maybe especially being on the other side of the map here. Get Right is going to end up going down. But they've planted the bomb in the meantime over at the B bomb site. Nice swing from Kaspersky. Forrest trying to get up on the scaffolding. He's going to take the first kill there, but he's on his own. It is, in fact, a 1 versus 4. Sneaking around will find Aim. That's a free kill with the Galil and still has bullets left. Vilga showing herself on top here. He's going to pick up the AK instead, trying to see if he can land another shot. It's going to work out for the first one, but Wrinkle is right there in front. The NIP lineup.
Oh, the timing. Kaspersky catches Freiburg and Forrest from behind, and Wrinkle will seal the... Try and push the outside of that smoke, and this is the little differences that can make a huge impact as Aim splatters Freiburg. And although there is a post plant in, it's going to be a difficult one for the Legends to hold on to. They just don't have that much utility. Forrest, though, is going to give them a real chance, but Kaspersky answers back.
Trades back and forth. Bomb is planted. Aim with another headshot. She's doing great work in this round. See if he can open up towards Get Right. Rez up on top. Just the 2 players left here. They do need this round. Rez on a crazy mission. Gets the jump down, gets the kill, but Get Right panicked. He's not sure if anyone's defusing it. They've already tripped it up a couple of times. Now they're going to go for it. Bodyguarding. He's trying to get through with 4 bullets left, and it won't be enough. Kaspersky takes him down. It's a brave mission there for Get Right, but unfortunately, it's not enough to win the round. And Rez waiting on the steps towards this mid position, going to try and fall back. It's now the modern-day NIP team on the T side, and the Legends are going to be on the CT side. Executor's already picked up the first headshot here. They are so far behind. They kind of have to win this round.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way, doesn't it? But what we do realize is it was pretty CT-sided in the first half. It started 3-0 off the back of the pistol round, so maybe if the Legends can get their hands on this, this could get close yet. Shush, though, is going to dice down Rez, and in doing so, opens up business onto B. Now, there is a flanking contingent in play, trying to wrap around the side as Get Right catches Vilga. She had a knife out. Shenanigans were afoot, and she gets punished.
Oh, I love it. And if she could have knifed Get Right, I mean, that would have been a highlight right then and there. So I appreciate the attempt, but they're going to fight back. Modern day NIP team are crushing it at the moment. Kaspersky with 17 kills. And all right, Get Right, you...
Or the other way around, depending on which way you look at it, I suppose.
Yeah,
NIP...
one's bad. I think that's the whole point, isn't it?
You don't want to be in either position. They are trying to get aggressive down onto middle, but it's kind of backfiring. I say that, but Rez and Forrest with a 5-7. Just shredding aim. Kaspersky and Vilga. That's more like it from the Legends. In fact, I think the position where he actually killed them is called Ed.
Yeah.
Classically,
so.
because of that highlight. Yeah, we're really rolling back the years here, aren't we?
That's part of the beauty of it, though. We don't get to do this nearly enough. Obviously, for tournaments, so many things to talk about regularly with, you know, new rosters and new talent and all the rest, which is super fun. But sometimes it's nice to just spend a little bit of time thinking about how some of this even got started to begin with. Executor is going to be taking down Aim. Vilga and Kaspersky left here. Vilga actually with a headshot. That's a wallbang as well. Don't know how that happened. Must have been right through the edge. We'll take her down in 2 versus 3. So Kaspersky sneaking on through. I think Forrest heard the footsteps, but it's not going to help him. He's still dead.
Advantage still surely in favor of the Legends, though. We're very weak in Vilga. Kaspersky's going to get aggressive and gets the drop on Get Right. Had no right to get that frag. And yet here we stand, and Freiburg tossing up the Molotovs, not going to affect Vilga. Waiting for that smoke to clear. There is still time on the clock, and he has a kit at his disposal, but there's so many angles he needs to try and cover here, and Vilga is just hiding in plain sight. HE up and over, doesn't finish her off, and that may bait Freiburg into a false sense of security. He's staring in the position, but Vilga's not budging. This is where all of that veterancy shows itself, but unfortunately she peaks a little bit too soon. She gets put down, and the defuse is forthcoming.
Right now, it's just out of the meta. But yeah, you're right. It's not normal that we see Get Right with an AWP. Want to see with the rifles. Forrest, though, doing great work, but just as well, returning into the round. Kaspersky with 3 quick kills.
Executor now is going to be called upon to go above and beyond. A 1v3. Beautiful first headshot with a deagle, showing that he's still got it. You never really lose that ability. It may be rusted over time, but he's still able to pull it out when it really counts. But Aim is going to put him to the deck, salvaging the round. It would have been something spectacular from Executor, but not quite good enough. He's going to be frustrated by that, and that first shot was lovely.
Yeah, really great work. Like you said, once you kind of get your Counter-Strike game warmed up again, it's always there somewhere in the back, especially when you're playing as many high-level tournaments as Executor has throughout his career.
He's going to become unstuck in just a few moments' time. That Deagle trained to it, but he's second-guessing himself. The timing here, now he knows they're going to be lining up. This is where the Deagle can do so much damage, and it's actually causing a team kill in amongst all of it. A 3-on-3 as the Legends are still in with a shot.
Yeah, that was a potentially an absolutely insane position, but Deagle hard to make it work. Executor snuck through, but the bomb does get planted. It's a great idea. Now, Forrest with a scout. But this position here for Vilga already boosted up. She should be able to win this one. A lot of damage, but Freiburg snuck around in the back, and now Vilga's under some pressure here. She's going to end up going down, leaving Kaspersky in a 1v1, and Freiburg looking for the headshot. He's got the 5-7 in hand, just needs the headshot, but he can't get it. And it will be the modern-day NIP team to win on Tuscan. Getting back into it, they've already jumped up, and Rez with the opening. Shush with a good return here. And let's see if they can find more. Oh, picking up the USP and getting caught by Get Right, who finds himself with just a USP backing off and dropping in to the middle of the map here. Kaspersky wants to hunt him down, but Get Right is punishing them at the moment. 3 headshots for the legend.
He's keeping up that form. The Shush going to try and deal with Freiburg and does pass with flying colors, but his position is now compromised. He moves away from the Dragon Lore area. Of course, this map in CSGO used to have a way more expansive T-side spawn. Much more closed in now, faster rotations. As Shush picks up another one. This time it's Executor and Get Right, who's picked up 3. Can't get a 4th for the time being. Forrest hiding, though, on the alcove on Platt. He had a knife out, but he's probably going to just shut down Shush. If he's not careful, he's going to get shanked here. And Forrest pulls out the blade and digs it deep.
Oh, for sure, Get Right and Forrest were communicating about that. Look at that laugh here. That's how you get some revenge. And like we said, there's a chance for the Legends right now to get a bit of revenge, because this is a map that they are going to be well drilled on. They're going to know all the angles. Even if the map's changed a bit, a lot of the core angles here are very similar. Obviously, a super nerd that's really played this map and knows what he's doing. Executor has already taken down a player grenade on top. It's some good damage, but Vilga is still going to be able to drop him.
Yeah, no, but now the reinforcements are coming over. Freiburg's also using that box at the center of the bomb site. A position that used to be known as cannons. As Forrest gets up too, and then Rez chimes in for his own. It's going to be all on Wrinkle, but not for much longer.
Forrest again really in it with the utility. Unfortunately, they're going to lose Executor. It's AIM. She's going to pick up the kill on Executor, and they're going to keep on going. It's a game plan right out of spawn coming in from the modern-day team. Freiburg's flashed and Forrest. They're on top of each other. This is not necessarily good news. Rez trying to follow it up here, but Vilga lands a good range shot. Rez fighting back, and it is still a 2 versus 2.
Forrest desperately trying to claw an advantage through here. Wrinkle's so low. Let's Get Right is just sat waiting with the XM. Used to, of course, be a little half wall here as well you could hide behind. That tree still in place and lands the headshot. A weakened Wrinkle gets splattered alongside Shush. And there's some of that Get Right BS as he moves up to 5-0. It's a costly investment as well, but it's yielded success so far as Freiburg gets on the outer perimeter of the smoke and sprays down for 1, but Shush will deal with him. Executor down on the drop with the XM, and here comes the auto sniper once again, but it's only the 1 kill from the Coop. And now Shush has a chance to try and close the gap with the bomb in tow. They still find themselves a player behind, though.
Legendary chicken Coop at the back. Such a great call out. AIM, nice shot. He drops Executor. Forrest now 1 versus 2, but he seems to be in rare form on this cobblestone map. He didn't clutch this one out. He does get trapped in the corner. Unfortunately, it's the Molotov. Yeah, he's not too pleased about that one. The drop where now, of course, you can jump up on your own. In the past, you would have had to have been boosted up there. Vilga, it's a good return. Executor, it's a very open position. It's not looking good. And between Kaspersky and Vilga, they actually clear out the A bomb site, and the bomb is going to make its way there. Get right with the auto sniper. You thought maybe some wall bangs could have been coming in. That's kind of one of the benefits of it. Kaspersky, okay, we said he didn't know the map so much, but that's a great boost here. Up to Get Right. No scope with the headshot. Can he clutch this one? Moving forward, trying to get one for the box. It's another no scope headshot, and he's going to complete it. An absolutely ridiculous clutch from the legend.
That is vintage Get Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Ridiculous. A well-deserved smile on top of it, winding back the ears. That first headshot was disgusting. And yeah, there were pretty cool moving parts, like that fluidity of the boost up into heaven to wrap around from Kaspersky. Looked like that was the round done. And this is a map that historically was very hard to retake the A site with. You've got that sort of door area with the wooden panels, murder hole to the right-hand side. It's so closed in.
We've said for a minute here, someone's going to surely find a way to get that weapon into use in modern-day CS2, but didn't expect it to be in a show match like this. Rez has picked up an auto sniper as well, inspired by Get Right, and We're going to see if they get a bit closer here. On the plateau at the back of B, Wrinkle, though, that's a very smooth shot. Takes him down, so defeating the scope at range. And Rez is going to fall. It's just Forrest on the site, out in the open. It's so uncomfortable. And AIM, she's not going to delay. We'll take down Forrest and turn it into a 2v1.
Yeah, AIM having a solid half, even though her team are currently getting dispatched pretty comfortably. Freiburg in a 1-on-2. Awkward positions, chicken coop and drop. He expects the player to be behind the doors, and he could be on the receiving end of a knife of his own if he's not careful, because Wrinkle is coming through. He does spin around, so stops himself from that humiliation.
They've actually stolen the auto sniper as well. Wrinkle's now in charge of it. Flying Mac 10 to the face of Freiburg. He's getting kind of bullied over on this side of the map here, and they're really pushing that A side of the moment. Get right. Flash on over. Deagle's out, but counter flashes in. He should have been dead. I don't even know how he gets the kill there. It's still Forrest, unfortunately, here in a 1 versus 3. And I don't know if they recognize exactly where he is, but either way, he's really boxed in.
Yeah, I think the one thing going in his favor is they don't know he's in this position, so he may be able to get the drop onto AIM, but she doesn't have control over the bomb, and there's still enough time. If Shush goes back to the B site, Forrest is basically screwed. Instead, though, walking slowly, I say slowly, picking up the pace, and Forrest puts him down, but there is AIM. Back in 2014, he had a 1.22 rating on Cobblestone, only 6 maps played, but 90 firepower. I'll get back into that in a second, because we are actually, maybe Legends can pull this round back after all.
It does kind of feel like there's an opportunity. At least they take down Rez in the B bomb site. And now Freiburg is coming in from the one side. Forrest with a very deep flank all the way through the middle. So he's going to be coming through the T hallways, leading towards the drop in the back plateau here. Freiburg looking to create a bit of space, but he's being read. Wrinkle's got the perfect idea, and we'll take him down. So Forrest, this flank is no longer as efficient. It's a great headshot, but he's got all of the work still ahead of him.
Yeah, also low on HP, and that bomb is ticking away ever so fast. Bilger just below him does get nuked from orbit. Oh, Forrest does pick up all the frags onto the current NIT squad, but the problem is he still has to deal with Wrinkle, and there's just not enough time. He's not going to be able to defuse this. It's a valiant attempt from the Legend, but ultimately NIP will prevail.
AIM will take him down. 5 versus 3. Another great start here. Modern day NIP team looking to really get some revenge, but Forrest, again, the only roadblock for them so far. Him and Get Right have been playing a great game, and now it's on to Shush. He's got their health for it here to potentially win the clutch.
He moves into the smoke, still 30 seconds left, but they're going to have a good idea that he's fully committed to this one. Oh, he sprays prematurely, preactively, and Forrest goes down, and now Shush definitely can pull off this clutch. Big nade damage, but sprays down onto Get Right and takes the Legend, slays them.
Oh, I would love to see the Forrest reaction to that. It's such a cool move from Forrest. He heard the drop, he really wanted to go for it, and then he just gets shot through the smoke. Gut-wrenching, but great moves, obviously, from Shush. Executor now with the AWP. That's definitely interesting. He's had a really rough time on this map. He's 1 in 10 at the moment, playing that long position. Nice grenade, Freiburg. That could have been so sick. It's already great with the triple, but looked like he was about to spray every single one of them down. And in fact, the bomb is now further back. They've dropped it on that T side, so they're running for it here. Okay, Kaspersky almost making his way to space at that moment.
Play at the left-hand side may catch him off guard, however, but they also have a crossfire established. As Forrest is also here. Executor's gone down, and now Forrest needs to try and tap his way into a bit of success. Nice frag onto Wrinkle, but the floodgate's opening behind him, as suddenly he gets pincered in from Shush.
Really nice attempt, Rez in the back. It looks uncomfortable, but so does that. Kaspersky with a bomb in hand, trying to just run on there and get the plant immediately. Flank is in, though. Shush doing fantastic work. He's up to 18 kills. And now it's up to Freiburg. See if he can roll back the years and clutch it on Cobblestone one more time. He's got a couple of kills already in the game here, but we love this 1 versus 2. Walks into it. A little bit of damage onto him, but Vilka goes down. Now Shush, they know that he's back there somewhere. Freiburg not sure if he's been boosted up already, so he's checking every single corner that he can. He's got the right idea. He's going to tap the bomb once, try to put Shush on notice. Peeks out into it, and it's Freiburg with the spray down. It's a classic Cobblestone clutch from Freiburg. Very games that is to NIP on that map, but a lot of the Danish teams, like Copenhagen Wolves and so on were also pretty good at, like, the Danes have always been good at playing Nuke for some reason. So it's a map that NIP played a lot back then and always sort of closely won, but they were one of the closer games. But I guess that also means that they played a lot of rounds for Forest to get those kills in. Here we go, second half is on. Get Right and Executor have already gone down. Vilga has fallen as well. Aim, looking to see if she can land a headshot here at a range. Doing, I think, a respectable job at falling back and just calling in a bit of a backup before Rez can run up the ramp.
Fending them off for the time being, though. I'm going to have to wait until the strength in numbers to push out. They're still not entirely sure about that long position either. And in doing so, they get caught in the back. There's a fast flank around the back as well now, up on middle. And those shots at range going to be a real problem. But Rez is going to pass with flying colors. Needs to replenish that magazine before going back in. The bomb drops down in an awkward spot, but it's going to be Wrinkle that puts down Rez with the dig. That could prove to be a really important 1v1 clutch going in favor of NIP. And I'm going to riddle him with bullets. A Wrinkle with the M4 and Kaspersky with a Max 7 being so cheeky, just leaping across. And Wrinkle having no chill with a double. This looks like this round has been put to bed pretty quickly. Kaspersky now just a case of finishing off the rest, and it will be Forest who is encircled by CTs. And Vilga's going to put him down with the MP9. I thought for a second they may all charge him with knives, their Anders, but they will spare him that for the time being.
How do you do this one? Flash on over, Vilga. Very nice idea. The flashbang is so good, but unfortunately, I think she had to run for the smoke a bit further than expected, so they weren't quite blind when she came out on the other side here. Auto shotgun to take down Rez. That's huge, but the bomb is still in the middle. She's going to steal an AK and try and look for this cross fight. See if he can actually get the kill onto Freiburg. It's very close. That could have maybe changed the round, but now Shush is miles away.
Yeah, has to sprint just to catch up a little bit of ground, but already a third of that timer has ticked off. He does have a kit and an incendiary to his name. And there's not a huge amount of kind of sneaky alcove positions here that he has to contend with, and Get Right's going to get caught. Oh, he's biding his time. He's going to try and line up a couple of players, and now does snatch the life away. Smoke going to be going down onto the site right now. Has picked it up off one of the corpses. Molly also tossed in, and Freiburg missing out. There is a chance now we can just hold this defuse. The knife coming up for Forest, and Shush has got off the bomb. However, look at this, Anders. We're going to have some super aggression. Who else but Freiburg? A classic. One of the pioneers of entry fragging in CSGO, but it's Rez that gets put down first. Oh, and this is looking like a fantastic hold.
Yeah, Vilga back by the chicken coop. They need some stronger calls coming out, and Shush playing that close position. That hole in the wall is just so hard to get by. Nice shot from Get Right, though. 1 versus 4. The flank is coming in, and he's not going to be ready. Wrinkle actually waits until Vilga is dead. That does make me laugh, but Money looking tough here. Shush with a headshot to begin with. Freiburg kind of getting silenced. Rez, good shot in return. Aim, though. She's found a kill on Forest almost immediately to return here, and a Tech 9 close Kaspersky. That's too much. He did get the kill on Rez, though. Actually, the grenade landed.
Oh, Shush with the lead. That's so scrappy, man. I don't know if he panicked or what happened, but he was just jumping up and down. And Get Right will happily oblige with his 21st kill, by the way. Even though his team are behind, he is second top behind Shush and having one hell of a game. Executor, though, going to try and close this round down and make it just that little bit closer. Get Right is low. 4 kills to Executor, make it 5. That's why the deal's going to be so inviting, though. Vilga is rattling off shots and does connect one to the dome of Rez. That boosted up position from Kaspersky on the FAMAS is proving to be such a problem for them to contend with, and now the wraparound begins to take shape. Bombs also drop down in a horrible spot for the Legends. They just clawed their way back into this, but they're being smitten down once again. And although Wrinkle has fallen, the player advantage still heavily favoring an IP. Sure, their firepower is not ideal. Still some time to play with. The flash is so good, and Vilga's there for the follow-up damage. It's scrappy, though, and she will go down. She'll be bitterly disappointed she couldn't get that kill, and it does give the Legends a chance.
Yeah, the setup for it is kind of sick, isn't it? But unfortunately, Eagle, not the most impactful weapon in that position. Would have loved an MP9 or somebody to just get rid of Forest really quickly. Time's running low. He's still stuck on this side. And Aim, she's not going to wait. She was doing this as well on the opening map of Tuscan. Just very aggressive on the CT side. And could see that Forest was not ready yet right now. Unfortunately, he's going to be found here. Even if he finds the kill onto Shush, who's playing up on the A-bomb site, you know, he can actually see under the cart. That is a sick position. Shush to take down Get Right. Oh, dear.
Shush has got to work once more. The Legends are struggling. Their money in the bin. Res down to 1 HP. And once again, this boosted up position. Of course, you used to need a second player to boost up and drop on the CSGO version of this map, or the kind of one that was most played, the most popular version. Rough spray, Vilga will get punished, but realistically, what can the Legends do about this? There's still 4 players alive, and they both have to shimmy out into the open, and Kaspersky just swivels around and takes them both out of the equation.
That, and then just the movement aspect of it with the ladders, and the fact that you can bunny jump in a very, very different way. So yeah, there are a lot of potential changes here. Kaspersky kind of struggling a bit. All right, there we go. Wrinkle, Shush, and Aim have all picked up kills at the same time. It's just Get Right here in his castle, kind of surrounded, under siege at that moment. Here we go. Going to be speedy towards B. They don't want to slow it down. Wrinkle with the Zeus. Oh no. Get Right as well. Known to be kind of a troll. But unfortunately, he's on the receiving end this time. Forest will take one down. Still a lot of work ahead of them.
Yeah, some serious problems. Freiburg, though, is going to try and alleviate that. And they do have control over B. All the remaining CTs are pushing through, and Forrest has definitely heard the footsteps, but can only muster up the strength for one. However, he would have heard both players making a move through the D-Law area, and now Rez and Freiburg both staring at the platform.
Not necessarily an easy retake here. There's a very interesting smoke there to stop the incendiary from pushing anyone out. Some flashes being set up here. Freiburg at the back by the chicken coop. He's going to get one kill, but Aim is still out there. Gotta be careful. It's very wall bangable here. Nice headshot. And another clutch coming in. Second one on the map for Freiburg. For himself. Here we go. Strong elevated position. Gonna get the first one. They were not aware of it. He's gonna pick up another kill. I can't believe he's still allowed to live. Your Executor just maybe waiting a bit. Knife is out. He wants to stab him. But that is too much. That is asking way too much. Forest alone now.
Just trying to lop off a couple of toes. And then Shush puts down the frag, and now Forest would have to wind it back considerably to have a chance, and it won't be happening. So the 2-0 does come through. NIP crushing the Legends 2 consecutive maps.
Yeah. Oh, man. The amount of hours some of us have spent here. But let's see. We're out in the A yard and running straight towards the C connector here. It's Executor with the opening. Like we said, he's surely he's going to be better on this one. Just knowing the layout. It must feel like home to him. Kaspersky looking for the opening, and he's actually going to get it here. But Executor still found 2 kills, taking out Freiburg second.
Yeah, one thing they're not going to be able to contend with is all the crazy wallbang spots from way back when. But Kaspersky, who's been in fine form throughout this best-of-3 series, is going to keep it going as he plants down the bomb. Joined alongside Get Right, Forrest and Wrinkle up against him. Wrinkle going to be called upon, and he will put down his teammate. And in doing so, Get Right now has the back of Wrinkle, but a lot of damage inflicted, but more importantly, no kill. Trying to play and reposition, but those pillars giving so many areas to try and cover out from. He's hoping that one of the CTs pushes him, but that's not going to be the case anytime soon. And this just feels like he's living on borrowed time. They've done such a good job of bypassing him. Frag will come down, and now Forrest is up against him. 16 HP, surviving just about, but the time itself is ticking away. And Forrest will put him down, but not quick enough. Get Right clutches.
Ooh, Shush not aware that Freiburg could be there very, very quickly. So here we go. They are trying to duck under the trains a bit, but Forrest is going to be finding Kaspersky.
It's a point that you also raised. There's a lot of little dirty angles you can shoot people and shoot their kneecaps from, but does get caught from Pop Dog. And Alvilga, try as she may, has done a lot of damage, but will be falling prey to Get Right's AK. And now up onto the ladders, Get Right will leap into action, and Kratos! Oh no!
Oh, man. The knees, they aren't what they used to be, Vince. You know, it happens with age. Unfortunately, that is too much. One of the boomers has fallen, unfortunately.
Quite literally.
Fallen, they can't get up.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's so funny. I love it. Executor here sneaking through. 1 versus 2, but the grenade would have got him either way. Yeah, not quite on point with that one, but Freiburg, nice shot.
But yeah, it looks like this connector sort of peak is going to be hotly contested for most of these early stages and around. This time, though, the CTs are coming out ahead, and maybe can put that AWP to range to a bit of use, but Rez does just decapitate Wrinkle in the process. Only 2 of them left, and Vilga is going to go down to Rez's hand as well. There is a way forward now for the T side.
No one's made it up into that heaven position. Obviously a classic part of the map, but ooh, Shush gonna find that one. I guess another interesting, maybe the texturing, like you said, the resolution on the textures is something that's a little bit more jarring for other players.
To old men like us, this feels like home, Anders.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Taken a trip 20 years in the past. I did also notice that there was a smoke that plumed at the top of the map, so the lineup's just not the same, obviously. That's another problem for these potential executes, but not that the T side has struggled too much. They may in this round, though, but look at this wrap position from Kaspersky.
Yeah, he's so stuck in here, but he's going to see the feet. Oh, it's working out. It's Get Right on the other side, getting them, but he's so hard to clear up from under the train there, so somehow able to do it. Gets a headshot onto Shush and leaves Executor with not enough time here. He's real far without a kit, so you can try and look for the kill on Get Right, maybe. Looks like they both kind of want to fight it. That's all right. This time it's on purpose, Get Right. I see your game. Absurd if they had been practicing, but maybe they do. They actually did smoke off that Ivy lane, so that's kind of interesting. Shush, though, wreaking havoc on them from underneath the train, which, by the way, is also where you plant the bomb back there on this version. Trying to get up towards heaven was Forrest, but he's backing off already.
Just getting around the back end of the trains and these longer range affairs. You would favor the AK to triumph against the M4, and it's going to be a solid first frag. He does get spotted, but still has 100 hit points remaining. Kaspersky could feasibly pull this one off, but Wrinkle will deny in kind. Popping up and taking the kill onto Kaspersky, and Forrest is going to return in kind. Good shot from Get Right, but there'll be no second where that came from. So CTs closing the gap now to just the 1 round. Ooh, I thought for a second she was going to get shot through that smoke, but does push out just into the arms of Get Right. Wrinkle, though, does snatch the life of aim away, and now Shush in a deadly duel against Freiburg will come out swimmingly. No damage inflicted across to him. CTs have the advantage, but the T's are up close and personal, and they put 2 players down. Suddenly down to Forrest in a 1-on-2.
See if Forrest remembers to check this deep angle. It's one of the things that's very hard to do. Oh, he's not quite doing it. And Rez would love the knife, but he's going to be denied. Forrest turning around still. It's a nice save for Rez there, but he really wanted to stab him.
It's a solid position. You get that funnel way down, long range. The problem is that you are up against a couple of AWPs here. Executor and Wrinkle both occupying one. And you are kind of just out into the shooting gallery. There's not much Freiburg can do as he tries to leap back across. Rez has picked up one. Get Right once again up on the green train. Looking to try and rain down some hell, but instead it's Freiburg and Rez that somehow have just pulled this round out of the hat.
Executor back here. Open hand, but that smoke is making it like very tricky. Vilga coming in on the other side. Crouching through, she can't quite find that kill, and that smoke is just such a nuisance for Executor. He's hoping to find somebody to battle here. That finally is gone, but I don't know if their job is going to get any easier right now. Rez with a kill, and now it's all on Vilga here. She's already tagged up quite a bit, having to make her way down, out into the open. Get Right! Oh, she's out of bullets. He's going to find the kill there.
It's a cool way, though, to, like, reverse psychology the opposition. Would you be down for something like that in current day maps?
The problem is, like, if it feels like it's a kind of a gimmick that once it's figured out, maybe it wouldn't have much of an impact anymore. But it is fun to imagine that you could do it. And I guess there are, in a way, we just do it now with grenades instead, where, you know, you try and throw a grenade or you shoot out a window or you do, like, there are ways to manipulate the audio like that, but we just don't have the map trigger events like that anymore.
Executor is going to get super aggressive, though. We haven't really seen this from the CT so far. Already pushing into Pop Dog, trying to wrap around the back, but Forrest is holding the fort by himself for the A1S. 2 kills go down, and the crossfire should be way too strong. So we are going to tie this up at 6-6 come the second half.
Celebrating the very, very long history of NIP as an organization, and it's cool to see that we are able to find so many of these players to come hang out with us. Shush to take down Get Right to start with here in the second half. Kaspersky making his way up, trying to be real quiet with the ladder, but they're losing the bomb site. My God, it doesn't matter how quiet he is. Shush will find him. Rez in a 1 versus 4 here. It's a really nice shot, but the flank is coming in. Oh, he's rare at Rez. He read that so well. Forrest had snuck through the hallway. What an absolutely absurd play so far. See if he get the 1v1 against Shush.
It's really going to be working against them, though, isn't it? You've got no kit. You don't necessarily know where Shush is. He's guessed correctly, but Shush has no real reason to peek for the time being. Going back on it now, fully defusing, comes off it once again, but Shush holding his back towards Rez. Doesn't even fire back. He's decided, I want the bomb to do the work for me. And then Rez tries to get up close with the blade, and Shush will deny. Such a valiant attempt from Rez, but Shush just playing with his food.
It's really funny. Aim to get the first one. That's a nice shot, but Kaspersky's going down in return. So still a very close game here. 7-6 the scoreline. Nice spray down. It could have been even sicker. Great round from Aim, though.
Yeah, showing that she is more than capable of packing a punch. And now Freiburg with the scout in hand. Not really a weapon that you would say he's commonly associated with, and Forrest will put him down where he stands. Up to 13 kills.
Prodigy from memory, like completely useless information in my brain that I just have for some. Yeah, but Prodigy, what a legendary map. There are so many more maps played back then as well, which is kind of one of the things that's maybe hard to appreciate. I once played in a tournament online, Vince, in 1.6 or maybe 5, but it was, I think the map pool was 21 maps. So some of the maps you just didn't know. You just, I mean, maybe you'd been on them once, but there was just no way to really figure it out here. Rez looking for a bit of a clutch just as we're catching up here, but doubtful that should. Oh, can he do it here? Actually, will get the first one. Rez, 1 versus 1 now.
Both players all weakened. It almost feels like whoever sees the other first will win, and that's exactly what happens. Shush on the elevated position will punish in that 1v2.
But yeah, just a lot of crazy maps out there back then. There's a map called Survivor, which is like a big snow map with a plane that was crashed and everything. Great times. Anyway, bit of a trade at the start here. Wrinkle with the AWP going to get... Oh, Kaspersky. Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't die for that, then you're probably going to clutch the round. That was almost certainly a death there. Freiburg's going to be taking down Vilga. So it's a 2 versus 2. Ooh, not aware at all. Freiburg goes down, and now Get Right. Looks like an unwinnable position, but not if he gets that one for free. Well, unfortunately, he was not ready for Forrest to be sneaking around the back, so first time it's to play competitively, but obviously it's got the nostalgia, especially with the grenades doing damage to the walls. You can throw them into the CT house, and it was just a wild time. But yeah, no, I love Aztec for the nostalgia. Oh my God, Wrinkle.
That'd have been gross. I'm kind of glad it missed, to be honest.
Yeah, well, listen, now that we got scripting back in CS, we can maybe have maps like Jeepathon back. Jeepathon 2K was a classic, ridiculous map for the vehicles.
Oh,
I want that. I need that.
I think a lot of people would be on the same page. It was with the some of the changes. Yeah, his first team was Cringe Gods, amazing name, back in 2016. So he's been around for a while.
That's sick. Executor trying, but failing to find that shot, unfortunately. So CT side picking up another round, and it's going to add quite a bit to their money. They are only 2 rounds down, but looking like a B rush here. Rez has already set up the smoke, and he's so aware they're coming for him. Wrinkle, that's such a nerdy shot. Good job on that one. Bomb is down by Ivy, though, so some part of this plan was lacking a bit.
They can try and fight their way out of it, but yeah, they're going to have to come out of this one with Deagles, all guns blazing. They have plenty of time on the clock. It's more the fact that they're 2 players down. They're not sure if they're being wrapped around on right now. So trying to play with the level of verticality at the top of the trains. Freiburg, though, will deny Forrest any future part in this round. Executor is slowed down a little bit on the second half. Most of his kills coming from that first, from the AWP at long range. Being toyed with from Kaspersky. Uh-oh. In come the rest, and Kaspersky only wanted knife. He had nothing else in his mind, but
Rez wants to run. He's just ready to go, but there's no one really going to be showing up here. Instead, it's out in the yard. Forrest and Wrinkle on a bit of an opening. Kaspersky gets one, drops down, tries to mask that with the sound of the shot, but they are not going to be surprised. Wrinkle with the kill. Rez and Get Right. 2 versus 4. The bomb is momentarily delayed. Need to pick that up and go and plant.
Stuck behind the smoke for the time being as well. No real hope for Get Right to get through there. But it's all a ruse to allow Rez to explode into the action. Misses the first shot, but does get the second. A trade back and forth, though, will give Rez a 1-on-2 opportunity to get another clutch underway. But Wrinkle's going to stab him from above. He nearly just got the one-tap stab.
Puts it at 11-10. And again, they're so fast in the yard here, but this time, CT side seems to be ready for it. Incendiary to try and really slow them down, and that is a lot of damage. Vilga, yeah, she's going to burn alive.
Oof, so claustrophobic. Like, you can see from Forrest's perspective, he wants to get out there. He wants to try and take the fight to the CTs, but he's just kind of stuck behind that Molotov. And although Wrinkle does nail the shot, that looked like it should be a kill. He's about to get pincered in. He got the HE as a parting gift onto AIM, but Kaspersky will not allow him any further say in this round. So 11-11. Will we end up hitting OT?
11-11. Yeah, Rez on 26. Get Right on 24. They figured out the grenades early on the CT side, I think, to try and slow this down and maybe stop it. Kaspersky will drop Executor and looking for Wrinkle. I didn't think he had the gun out there at the time, and this is just a cleanup here. Forrest, he was hoping to catch someone falling back from Pop Dog, but that's not going to be the case, and doesn't... Oh, knife is out again. Vilga, she saves a couple of bullets. That's great. Glock out. See if she can do this. They're all trying to hunt her down, and so far... Oh, she gets stabbed at the end, but not bad at all.
That's what I was expecting to happen to Forrest on Cobblestone, you know, when he was encircled by 5. Just run him down with the blades, bayonet charge. It's good to see that Vilga can see the funny side of it. Yeah. It does seem, though, that CTs have figured out a Molotov and smoke to just stop this initial push through main.
Took its time, but they just need one more round here. Get Right. Actually, AIM in the back. She's going to be able to pick up the kill on Shirt. That's great assistance. Rez has gone down to Vilga. So one of the heavy hits is gone, and Kaspersky caught as Forrest just waiting for him. That's a bit lackluster. Freiburg only on the 1 kill there. Traded up by Executor. And it's a 2 versus 3 to look for something more.
Cool adjustment. Nice way of adapting and keeping versatile here. Not fully rushing, but just waiting for that like kind of prolonged push. Stagger it a little bit. AIM, though, with a second kill. Hugely impactful right now. As she gets Molotoved off, but can hold position. And Get Right has made a move. Shimmering through Pop Dog. Is going to find himself 2 Ts and taps his way to victory. As AIM gets a 3rd. Huge round for her. And that will be the CTs taking the W.
I think especially that second kill for AIM looked really impressive.